I didn't think we'd be late for this one. We weren't. Just. Welcome. Welcome. RacingSimRigs World Series here. A bit of a late start for us, but nothing too hard, nothing too bad. Just life. No. We're actually really about to get ready to get started here. We're just sat on top of Michael Gregorio grid. Well, essentially for what is about to be the start of the RacingSimRigs World Series round 2 here at Monza. 11 pros are already about to set off. And crikey, they're going to start it already. Michel Gregorio leading them along to an absolute dynamite down to the first chicane. And, well, if you haven't ever seen the first chicane, here you go. It's a lot of getting bunched up. Ow! Going into pros. A little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit of sideways action there. I think that was for the car number 24 of Matt Carana, as he is trying to navigate his way around and trading paints. Why aren't you working? That's what I get for starting late. But we'll get through. We'll get through it. Pro-Ams, Callum Beeman is leading them off, just behind the argy-bargy of, well, look at it. Just an argy-bargy of buildings. Pro-Ams, as they are almost going 3-1.
Oh, no, there's chaos in the back. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's chaos in the back. Massive in the pinball in the first again. Maybe a safety car, we'll see. I mean, everybody gets around. They do. That was very sketchy, and I think that was caused, yes, safety caution, safety flag has been thrown. There was a 3 wide trying to be 4 wide. We're talking Mortex Weinrich, Jonas Dreyer, Andrew Dawson, and Nick Crittenden. They're all there, and then out of nowhere, I think Raidillon Lee, yeah, the braking happens. Nick Crittenden brakes against Jonas Dreyer. It just looks like he wasn't ready. A little bit of touch in there as Crittenden broke a bit too late.
One very damaged car. That was the car. I think that is car 20th. That is Harry Wills. Harry Wills not off to a good start. That is one damaged car.
So we've got involved in that Harry Wills, Nick Crittenden, Raidillon Lee. I think Mark Bailey may have got caught up in that. No, he just avoided it. Mortich Weinrich got involved in the duel. Jonas Dreyer. I think Jonas Dreyer needs a lottery ticket because he didn't really get away with as much damage as I thought he would there. But it was just absolutely chaotic. I think more drivers caught damage there. Andy Hitchkins got thrown away. Ethan Bass got hit as well. Wow. Well, everyone knows what. That's it. But we didn't even get to the start of the amateurs. That's how chaotic it was. Wow.
Yes, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Autodromo Nacional Monza. The current time in sim is 15:05. It's probably incorrect. Track length of 5.75 kilometers and 182 meters above sea level. Partially cloudy. Yeah, 9 kilometers northeasterly wind. And of course, I still haven't fixed the fact that Casey and Harry are not commentating for this. It's been us and us. 9 degrees Celsius, 102 Fahrenheit. And, well, here you go, really. This is what happens when you have a Monza start.
I've seen a Monza start like that for a while, to be fair.
Neither have I.
And I think a lot of it is that track temp, because I can't remember the last time we were driving around Monza in 40 degrees Celsius. I think in practice it got as hot as 42. And of course, that's not the places where the sun is just complete and the trees will be colder. So that 39 is probably also the coldest point of the track, which is probably around the Lesmos. So yeah, it could be about 45 Celsius on these hot parts as they go under the old, well, the oval section they go under. So well, that is the chaos that you would get normally. And a reminder, there is no qualifying nowadays in the RacingSimRigs World Series. In fact, it is all done by reverse grid from the previous race. And I think that might have been one of the reasons for the chaos, but cannot confirm. It was just a really weird... Yeah, just everybody was giving each other room, but then it came to the point of oh, I wasn't expecting him to brake so early type, not giving.
Yeah,
room.
exactly. Yeah. Plenty of cars still on track. Pat Herbo will lead them off once they come around again, but it'll be, I think, practically an hour race once they get going again. You can actually see on the timing tower here, you can just scroll. Essentially, Mark Bailey, do you see him there? He's got Leiden Lee in the middle of him, and then Mike Guttrup has a sandwich, and Simon Dodd's in a sandwich running up in third place. Come on, the Dodd. Come on, the Dodd. On the Dodd.
So, Leiden Lee's got a lot of damage on the rear. Dre does have a lot of front-end damage. But for somebody that was the car that got hit that started everything, to hit the wall hit, all he's got is damage to the nose. He'll have a little bit of he'll lose a little bit of top speed, and he is going to see if he can take some of those repairs. And to be fair, with the pit lane, why not? And also at the same time, Leiden Lee, just free Dawson, Harry Wills, and Ethan Bass, all three of them now going a lap down and just trying to get whatever they can. But of course, one of the things as well is some of them in with the amateurs. Nick Crittenden, Mortis Weinrich, mixing with the amateurs there. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the amateurs. They didn't even get a chance to start because of the safety ticket. So
Yeah,
they might have dodged a bullet.
Simon Dodd climbed to success. I'm totally not biased in any way, shape, or form. It's going to be 7 minus 5 though, because the 5 pro-ams that are currently in the pits right at this moment in time. It's actually going to be 3. It's going to be 3, but he's done very well for himself in class. It's going to be -1 for the pro-am. So that's 2 in class that he's gained. So he started 5th in class. Also, part and parcel of what the issue is at hand, because that's a pro-am ahead of him. And that's Nick Crittenden. And we're looking on the left-hand side of Nick Crittenden's. You can actually see from this very limited angle that body kit is it's not holding on. You know, it's not all in good shape.
Well, a few weeks ago, where one side the bumper looks fantastic and the other side, oh,
Yeah, it's
it
like
does feel like that at the moment.
it's like, oh yeah, it's all grand. It's all grand. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. Oh.
Yeah. Not as bad as like the old school damage model. Well, it's not really old school, but the damage model you get in like the BMW Z4. Remember you get a hit and literally you just be driving the whole race with a massive bump on the bonnet? Remember those days with the Z4? It was so infuriating to Finally is in the pits for quite a while, by the way. So is Jonas Dreyer. I think Dreyer might have a better chance of getting a lot of that damage fixed, and he is. And also, because the pace car is not coming in this lap, zoom in a minute. They're going to do what I like. They're going to do something like from an oval, Rob, where if you get caught in a wreck in an oval and the caution's out, and the pace, and you sit in that pit and repair your damage until that pace car gets to about 3 seconds away from you, and then you go around and then realize they haven't even come through turn 2. Let's go back in the pits and get some more damage fixed. So
Yeah,
that's what I think is what Dreyer and Lee's got damage done, because Lee's in a Ford and those Fords don't go pop to fix some of the damage. But we'll see if either of them do.
I think Pat Herbo is trying the
No, Dreyers are coming out. They're going to go a lap down.
Yeah, Ethan Bass. Yeah, all 5 of them. All 5 of them are lapped down. Those Andrew Dawson and Ethan Bass are now going to go 3 laps down.
Ow. Yeah, personally, I would have just tried to. I probably it's Monza.
Yeah, safety car will be in this lap. So a fair race once we get back going again in hour and 2. I mean, make no difference. That does change the complexion, because they still have to do a 2-stopper, but they'll be on a lot. That second stop will be basically a kiss and fly kind of ordeal.
I'm looking forward to that because it does change a lot of the strategy, and that's why I love the 2 pit stop rule, because you've also got the question: do you pit little on the first and then go for the big one at the end, or vice versa? It really throws in some interesting questions. Why not? Why not? They've still got the safe fuel, so it's a genius way of doing things. By the way, pace car speed is 97 kilometers an hour. That's 60. But he will lead them away after gaining 3 places on the start. Milan Tikins, by the way, picked up 4 places to be P4, but it is a single file restart. That is crucially.
I think that's going to be a lot easier for the boys to handle, I think.
Yeah, we're not going to see any almost full whites.
The Monza chicane, they do things.
I've seen things. I've seen things at that chicane.
I've seen things that no one should have seen.
My news. Yeah, that wasn't the first chicane even. It was very upsetting to watch.
It's just like, oh no.
Let's just say a driver not only intentionally wrecked one guy, he then intentionally wrecked two more drivers.
Oh no.
Yeah. Welcome, Lawrence. Yeah, just a standard T1 in. Well, the Pro-Am's having a bit of an issue. It was more down to the whole not giving room, but then not realizing the way it goes. They are going to go double file by the looks of it. I thought it was a single file restart, but let's do it again. We'll have an hour and 2 minutes. Pat Herbow will get them away, and because it's a safety car restart, there is no necessity for gaps. Remember, we have Pro-Ams in the amateurs, so Pat Herbow is going to get them away. He's going to he's not going to punch everybody up, but he's going to keep them at this speed. Restart procedure still goes in. Pace car does dart in. Let's try this one more time, and let's hope it works this time. Pat Herbow is going to lead them away up the long and winding straight that is Monza. Off he goes. He takes them away, and you can see the Project Dynamic guys almost doing a form of, well, almost looks like bump drafting right now, but they are trying to get there. It looks like that sorry, that's not James Armstrong. I was watching Milan Tikins. I think he's trying to take it pretty wide. He does slide in, and he goes up to P2 with a move on the restart. Everybody getting through. Carefully, cautiously. Don't see any move. Neil Butler's made a move in the Pro-Am. Taylor Lane is keeping that lead, and I think he may lose it right now. Is that a slowdown? He's lost it to Callum Beeman.
On the outside, coming through onto the second chicane, that is going to be Taylor Lane and Callum Beeman going side by side, going in on the inside of this Taylor Lane. As it comes into this second chicane, he doesn't actually connect with the move. He's going to hold back and wait to see if there's anything else, any little slice of the pie that's going to happen. But Taylor Lane is going to fight for this lead. He is in a very good car. He's going to be in a very good position. There's going to be traffic all around, front and back. Andy Miller, where is he? He needs to get up there, assist his teammate, or make good on what last year, on our last season, could have been, and connect and get them results. Connect with the car, connect with everything, connect your iPad.
It's not been a good start for Michael. He is now almost second last in the pros. At a moment in the second chicane, just went off at the second chicane after getting forced down a couple places, then made a mistake on the exit of the second chicane, hit the gravel, and now we're seeing in the pros, we're seeing a little bit of splitting, but we're also seeing a lot of people trying to break the toe, and crucially, Sean Campbell, who was the second fastest driver in practice, third fastest driver, is he's getting left behind right now. James Armstrong has managed to break the toe. Pat Herbow takes the lead. By the way, the two fastest drivers ahead of him were Billy Fletcher and Matt Caruna. Where are they right now? Matt Caruna's in P3. Billy Fletcher's right behind. Well, he was right behind Sean Campbell, but he's in a battle right now with Calvin Dent and manages to stop it and almost went into this in there. We haven't talked about the amateurs though, Rob. It's been a very quiet start, apart from Mark Bailey just making up loads of places overall.
This is going to be this is going to be my man for amateur.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that is. Yeah. He's sitting in third place, looking at the and coming into. Ooh, there you go. It's actually quite scary how close the closing or how much the closing this can happen. Down into third. You want to take it nice and tidy. Sweep out. Make sure you use as much of a run up as possible to keep the speed scrubbed up. Again here as well. A lot of actual tail actually come from pushing that car. I mean, I'd assume so. He wants to get back up to some form of getting back up to positioning, you know, positioning inning. I don't know.
Positioning. Yes, no, I understand what you mean. Yeah, he's the amateurs don't need to. Well, they don't need to let them by, and I think Mike Guttroff will have to let Raidillon through, and will that allow Mortis to get by as well?
Inside.
Yes, he's going to try. I think he'll get this as well as.
He doesn't have the slide out though, because you can see I had to pass him on the right hand side and he's only got the slipstream to sort of assist him, but so does Nick Crittenden a little bit.
Are we going to see 3 wide in the? I thought Andy Miller was about to take another 3 wide in the Pro-Am Taylor Lane. And in fact, Taylor Lane's responded because that's Beeman going wide. So let's have a little bit of 2 wide in the Pro-Ams at the front of the Pro-Ams. As Taylor Lane, he's got the long way to go around the Curva Grande, and he might keep this. He's going to just dart in a little bit, get a little bit of slipstream. But he allowed Beeman to take the middle of the track, some good defending. But close they are right now. Beeman will take it. And in fact, that may hold up Taylor. It does a little bit there. Beeman.
Oh, crikey, we just had an accident. Sorry, crikey, accident in the back. That's Chatterton. Or Chatterton, sorry. Chatterton having issues. What's going on here? So, let's have a quick look-see here.
Oh, he went over the sausage. And into Tom Dandridge.
Who was he battling?
Christian Furs. He was battling Christian Furs.
Yeah, Christian Furs on the inside.
Left in the room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, actually. Did he?
Let's look again. Let's do the scientific method. Chopper view.
Yeah, no, I think Chatterton. I think there was enough room there.
Yeah,
Chatterton just hit the sausage.
Yeah. Very difficult to go 2 wide on a second curve now. Just put this into slow motion. Yeah, he's not making that. That car slid out quite badly, and then unfortunately, that is car 52. Car 52 being Dandridge. Unfortunately, Dandridge just. I'm so sorry, Dandridge. There's nothing you could have done. You were just at the wrong place, wrong time. Sean Campbell indeed is up to P4, chasing down the leaders. There he is. Car. What a beautiful, beautiful man.
With a beautiful face. Evening, Ma.
Good evening, Ma. No, wait, that's not him.
No, sorry, no. That's James Armstrong right behind. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong car. Evening, Ma. In the
evening.
In the RR Brucey Esports.
Evening, Ma.
In a little
how are you, Ma? How was things, Ma?
Yeah, a little battle as well. Billy Fletcher, we haven't talked about this. James Armstrong. Again, the key thing we'll see at Monza is a lot of trains because they want to save fuel. They want to try and, like, by the looks of it, a lot of these drivers are going to take this first pit stop as late as they can. So, like Rob said, they can do a splash and dash. And right now, I think it will help Fletcher and Armstrong to just keep battling where they are, because the front 3 is a Project Dynamic of Milan Tikins and the 3 Pack Cobra, and they're just chilling. They're just chilling right now at the front. Nobody wants to make a move, and it's the same all the way around at the moment, especially with Callum Beeman. By the way, Callum Beeman for the Pro-Ams has pulled away now a second lead over Taylor Lane, as Lane continues to battle last season's top amateur driver, Andy Miller, who's now in the Pro-Ams. We're not missing anything on the amateurs, by the way, but very quiet the front of the field for the amateurs.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. There is actually a bit of movement though, so you know, up into second, by the way, it went to Simon Dodd. He is trying, I think, his very damnedest to get to Mark Bailey, and you'd be forgiven.
Oh, Rob, sorry, there's a 3 wide, and it's 2 VRT drivers and Mortis Weinrich. And I think Nick Crittenden is having to battle Mortis Weinrich right now. He's let his teammate Mark Bailey in the amateur go through, but that was a bit worrying there, seeing 3 wide, especially where on the start-finish straight, I saw 3 Project Dynamic cars, Mortis Weinrich, and they were all taking different lines. And I wouldn't be surprised if Mortis is now defending Simon Dodders. I don't know why it's more just had to defend Simon Dodd right here. Different classes, but he's going to have to, and this will hold up Dodd. He's going
to be under threat from Mike Gottrop. Oh, there's been an accident. You said there was nothing happening. That is Svenning Mathis. He's just had an accident, a very bad one. Let's just have a look. He was battling car in 26th position. That would have been
Mark Fleming.
Oh, a neck. Oh my God, what was that neck code? Look at this. Like, I mean, that is. Let me just rewind a little bit. Just look at this.
I don't want to watch that back.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
That is such. He hit him, but he then goes the opposite way. What? Right.
As been mentioned before, Sean Campbell is chasing down the leaders, but Matt Corona and Milan Tikins have gone too wide. Tikins has got the inside, and whoa, late move to the middle of the track goes Corona. Totally fine, because that was not a reactionary move, I don't feel. And manages to make that move on Tikins. Takes P2 away from Tikins and is on a charge. He's got such a good run right here. I doubt he'll make a run on Herbert right now. It's really looking strong right now. He's only made up one spot, but this Audi looks very good around Monza, and he gets another good line. Decides no, starting to pull away from Tikins, and let's revisit a good old battle from last season, Rob, because right behind them it is Milan Tikins and Sean Campbell.
Yeah, Sean Campbell really has. He put the hammer down and he caught right up to the rear end. He took a second at both Milan Tikins and Matt Corona, and he's fuel saving. Oh, he really is. He's playing it very smart.
It's the McLaren. We know what the McLaren's like for fuel. We forget this all the time.
Oh, crikey, Campbell. Don't go on the grass, you can't. He very nearly, like, encouraged himself onto the grass. And I thought it was about to be over because the car felt like it was about to spin. That's a too wide over ahead of them. That is going to be Matt Corona. Has Matt pulled the trigger too early? Has he? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. As they come in, that is Matt Corona. Braking distance at 275 kilometers an hour, going on the inside. Oh no, crikey!
They touch again. They
touched again. And that is gone.
Oh no, that was. And I think they just got interlocked, but yeah, Herbal, the back just slid for Herbal as he put the throttle down. But I'm sorry, there's never a move there. Just absolute late braking there. Just absolutely threw off Herbal. I mean, I
can really, it's Pat, don't go on onto the track when there's traffic. But yeah, that's a tow for Milan Tikins as he has to come back to the pits.
And Herbal goes. Well,
he's down.
He's down all the way in the Pro-Ams.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I don't think there's much that could have been done. Is that damage? Sorry, just as a sheer curiosity point, is that damage on the front of Matt Corona's car? It's just me, or does the front left look, the splitter on the front left look odd?
There's scratching on the driver's side.
Oh yeah, he definitely has some damage. Let me try and get a better look at it.
He's had this damage for quite a while.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he definitely has damage.
In fact, he had that damage after the first lap. Yeah, he's had that damage after the first lap.
So now we do have a Brucey. Wait, is that a Brucey Racing?
That's a Brucey. That's RLR Brucey Esports. Yes.
Ayo, Brucey. Pick us up. Right in TV sponsored by a Brucey.
They've stopped. They just need to call them high vis jackets. That's why there's no more orange. But
I mean,
James, yeah.
you know, I mean, it was said out of love, okay? It was said out of love that you guys were the high vis jackets. At the very same time, it honestly did look like you had high vis jackets on. That orange and, you know.
Stop me if we've heard this before, but in P1 and P2 of the Pro-Ams, it's Midland Sim Racing Callum Beament in an Audi, and Midland Sim Racing Andy Miller in a BMW.
It's sudden. I've never heard this before.
We've never heard this before?
No, totally not.
No, this is brand new.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, yeah, no, never heard of it before.
Never heard. Well, Beam Callum does have a substantial lead at the moment, a second and a half, but Miller's held up by 2 pros. I know that sounds a bit weird. I think they're carrying a little bit of damage, and Miller's going to have to get by them, and you know he's got every chance at the V10R. He almost touches Michael Gregorio, and then in front of him after that is Julian Ramberg. So, and also Pat Herbau is trying to make his way back up the field. Oh, the front Mercedes looks very sad, and in fact you can see it in the cockpit. It's not a good time for Pat at the moment after what happened. But Andy Miller just having issues because he's unable to catch up to his teammates because of these pros battling, and you know Andy's giving the respect. He's also got a second between him and Taylor Lane, so doesn't need to fight right away. 47 minutes to go. But also, sorry to say, Rob, Simon Dodd is losing P2 in the amateurs.
Oh no.
Vigard Hallen is just about to take him around the outside of the Curva Grande into the braking at second chicane. No! Simon Dodd's hit the grass! Oh no! They both avoid the wall. Just a little bit of a touch, and Simon, come back on safely. He's almost at the back of the amateurs. He knew the mistake. I was looking at that and thinking, oh no. Oh, that is such a shame. Did he do it himself? He did it himself. There was so much room, and he realizes it. And he's given the sorry. And I think the best thing out of that is neither of those drivers hit the wall. They got lucky. They're still in it, but yeah.
I saw it coming too. I was like, he's gonna hit the grass.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. That was one that anyone could see coming. It just looked like it, and we've all done it. We've all done it, that we felt like there's not enough room beside us. But there was, and a bit of a shame. Let's keep with the amateurs, though, because that means there's now a Gaggan Williams, Daniel Gilding, Dean Timms, and Ryan Hamilton. That looks like it's Gilding coming in to the Parabolica. Can Gilding take the position away from the eclipse of John Williams? He does, but that means that the McLaren has the slipstream. Can't get it though as Gilding holds to the inside. Herbau comes into the pit, by the way. Dean Timms is now getting the tow. Dean Timms will hit the brakes. He did not take it free wide. And I think Hamilton is there. 2 Nomad Audis versus an eclipsed McLaren and an eclipsed BMW, and there goes Ryan Hamilton. Dean Timms, what? That's a very weird spin. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened there. Hit the gravel. The gravel took him around.
Wow.
Yeah. You could just see it. The back wheel came around, and I think the car was... Let's just rewind here, and I'll just show you in a different angle. Let's get onto his roll bar, and we'll just play this back for you. You just see it there. Back wheels on around he goes. I mean, he's very lucky. It was at a low speed, but I mean, he's.
I've never seen it like that before. Never so aggressive. It's just the way it goes. We should be seeing pit stops in the next 5, maybe 10 minutes due to what happened in the earlier on.
Started the race, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Caruna just went purple twice. Threw in, what did he throw in? Yeah, he threw in a 48.946 and a 48.550. Just did a 49.119, but he's 2 seconds ahead of Sean Campbell. This Lamborghini from Lux Sims is, I mean, he's still doing well in that McLaren, but he's just not able to catch anything. And Armstrong's now in a battle for P3 with Billy Fletcher, which is very interesting because Lux Sim, they could get both their drivers on the podium, and look at that. Armstrong yields. Billy Fletcher has made his way all the way up to, that was Damien Shave. I put Damien Shave there, who just had another moment. Armstrong will respond though, but Fletcher's up to P3. Looking good at the moment. Hang on, did both pros of Gregorio and Julian Rambo Gregorio went into the back of Rambo braking for the second chicane, and they both have slowdowns. So now the top, is that the top three? No, it's the top two. Andy Miller came in for an early pit stop, so Taylor Lane and Callum Beeman are ahead of these two pro drivers now, which gives them a little bit of freedom. Calvin Dent's in the wall! Sorry, Calvin Dent! He's just hit the wall! Ascari! Big time damage for Calvin Dent and Ascari. That car is done.
Let's just have a look. Calvin Dent in the... What? Oh, no. What? 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 I love this rewind feature. Let me just play this very slowly. Oh, he was sliding as soon as he came past, and then tried correcting it, and then it just snaps. Oh no!
That's a new one. That's a new one for me. That's a tried to save the car, and the car just said no. That is unfortunate.
Pronto, McLaren.
Oh no.
Sbinata.
Well, I don't want to be that man, but I made a joke with Harry Wills earlier that I can't wait to see him crash at Ascari again. Harry can't, but I just saw a man crash at Ascari. That's a shame though for Calvin Dent. Car just, you know, you saved the car, but McLaren as well, and it's one of the toughest ones to try and save, so that is unfortunate for him. So unfortunate it's happened that way. So pit stops will be happening shortly. We still have this battle for P3 in the pros that is going on. Battle for P5 between Robert Begbie and Neil Butler is somewhat developing. And then really there's nothing else going on. Well, we've got Tom Dandridge versus Mortis Weinrich in the Pro-Ams after the chaos at the start of the race. These guys are still able to continue. In fact, I'm surprised a lot of these Pro-Ams are still driving after what we had at the start of that race.
Yeah, it was a massive accident. It's surprising because I thought it really was going to be the end of watch for all of them for this race anyway, but they seem to have taken it in their stride. I mean, that's all you can really do is take it in your stride as it comes along. We do have our first pit stop though. We have our second pit stop. But yes, now.
So we know that Beeman's teammate Andrew Miller went into the pits a couple of laps ago. Curious to see where he comes out in terms of Beeman. Where is Andy Miller right now? Well, he is coming up to the Parabolica. So they were what, about 2 seconds between each other. Kind of a repeat of what happened in the finale last season between these two. A lot of drivers now, especially in the amateurs, taking the pit stops. Andy Miller just coming up to the start-finish line. Where is Beeman? Here he is coming out the start line. Has he taken more fuel? I think he has. Interesting development as Miller overtakes Beeman. Thanks.
That is going to be let me see now. It's going to be this lap or AMs have or a lot of the AMs have gone in as well.
I just saw a little twitch from Matt Caruna, a little bit of a slide, and he comes into the pits. Does Campbell go as well? Campbell will. What about Billy Fletcher? Yep. And James Armstrong.
In comes everybody. Does Will Egby come in? Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Neil Butler does not. Interesting. That's interesting there from Butler. We'll wait and see.
He did start from the pits.
But is that enough to call? Is that enough to save an extra lap of fuel? Being,
well, if you're on the cusp, it might.
we'll wait and see on that development. Also, Michael Gregorio has not pitted on my screen. He's the only other one not to pit. Everyone has come in. I believe the lead of the Pro-Ams at the moment, Taylor Lane, is in as well. Dean Timms is about to go by, which is an amateur driver. Where is Andy DeMilla, as we used to say? He's going around the Curva Grande. Not the Curva Grande, sorry, the Parabolica. How do I get my names wrong? It's only 4 corners at Monza. two chicanes and 4 corners, right?
3 chicanes.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. You know the joke. You know the joke I'm on about, though. But Andy Miller does get ahead now. He takes that lead as we thought. Callum Beeman, it will be behind him, and Andy Hitchkins has managed to jump up as well. Sorry, can I check my eyes? Is that Midland Sim Racing 1, 2, 3 at the moment in the Pro-Ams?
It is indeed.
Good on you, lads. Good on you.
The Simland Rid Racers.
Now, Rob, the sponsor is SimLab. It's the SimLab Racers.
Oh, the SimLab Mid. This. Oh, I get it now. You just take out the letter N from land, and you get. Oh, that's SimLad though.
Never mind. Find a way to make fault with my slide, don't you? So, oh, just did I just see that? I just saw Jency Rui versus Mark Fleming 2 wide through the second chicane as I'm just going around, as they say in football, around the grounds. But no, it's around the track right now, and not a lot happening. He says as he sneezes. Chris Chatterton versus Monty Winery. Everyone's just getting after the pit stops. Neil Butler comes into the pits, and he's going to go down to P6. Sorry, it is P6. He's in a battle with Will Egby right now. Actually, he came out ahead of Will Egby, because I think he was behind Will Egby. So the pit stop has worked for Butler. Still a little bit away from the rest of the field, though, and I'm just looking. Everybody's very spread out in this field right now in the pros. So then, what would you like to see? Because there is a lot going on at the moment.
I would like to see action, spice, intrigue, as we see Will Egby battling Neil Butler. We just talked about that, but it is good to get the cameras on it, you know, and I having to figure out why the cameras are no longer working. But we also do have Mark Fleming in a group with himself, Vigard Helen and Ryan Hebbleston. Simon Dutta has actually started to recover, so he is now, what's this, 9th?
8th, I think?
Yeah,
8th or 9th, yeah.
Class.
So yeah, he's made a good run here, and you got Jency Rui, Mark Fleming, Ryan Heppelstone here. Vigard Helen and Mike Gottrop are making their way back up as well, and they are also pushing here. On my screen, Heppelstone has not pitted, but I believe he has. Rob will confirm that for me in a minute.
What do you want me to confirm?
Has Heppelstone pitted?
Heppelstone has pitted, yes.
Yeah. So
everybody has pitted at this point.
Okay, the Rui making that defense, and Mark Fleming had nowhere to go, and will be able to hold off chance. As Fleming, he does get this slipstream. We know the BMW, the 5-gear wonder, as I like to call it, is good here on long lines, but on long straights. But we know what the Ferrari does, and that's going to be a late move by Fleming. If he tries it, he's not going to be able to make it. And just does feel like a typical Monza race for me, because if you get these battles just brewing where a guy wants to get by somebody and can't make the move, everybody starts bunching up, and you can see now how Gottrop and Timms are just all on everybody here. It's a nice little train at the back of the amateur field. Does Fleming go for it, or is Heppelstone going to make a move? Oh my god! Oh my god, that was late! And I think something's gone wrong there. What on earth just happened there? Roy is in the wall big time.
Oh my
Big
god.
damage. What on earth happened there with Mark Fleming? Oh, he missed his braking point. He missed his braking point.
Yeah, that's severe damage to the front there.
Oh, wow.
Misjudged it, and unfortunately, that is that.
That is a shame. Wow. That really was a case of I want this guy and just tunnel vision. We've all been there. We've all been there. I'm never gonna slander a man for a mistake. You know, we're all vision. And for Jens, unfortunately, that is huge damage. Well, he's got no hood, and the engine's at the front of the car. How that engine didn't go poop, I don't know. Wow. So, remember that battle in the amateurs as we were watching the pros? Remember that how there was a battle between an Eclipse and two Nomads? Still happening. John Williams is in this Nomad sandwich. Well, I say that. Peter Johansson's just coming in. Ryan Hamilton's not had a good time. So Peter Johansson, the P1 Esport, has now taken over the role of Ryan Hamilton at the moment. As Hamilton's a couple places behind. 3-car battle for P2 in the amateurs. Mark Bailey, he's what, 3 seconds ahead of the amateurs. Nick Critterton's in between them. That just shows how good Bailey's been today and how safe he's been. He's been able to get away from any drama and just go on with it. So good play there for Mark Bailey as he continues. And mind you, as I say that, I'm watching him see two cars go battling side by side. I should just knock on wood at a moment. I think I'm going to curse a man very shortly. Because you're watching at the moment, it's Sean Campbell on the back of Matt Karuna. Gap is half a second, as you can see on the ticker. And he is getting there. Campbell is getting there. The gap now, like I said, it's 0.1 managed to shave 0.3 off that last lap. A 1:49.365 for Karuna, a 1:49.143 for Campbell. Okay, it's 0.2. I'll get that right. The rounding up system never goes in my favor. But he is able to just keep going. And it's amazing to see Campbell's rise up, because we saw him last season, final race of the season. He already had the championship dialed up, but pressed up the field in this McLaren. And, you know, there was, I questioned it. Was there issues with his, you know, was it the setup? Was it the car? You know, was it just outclassed? You know, we had Josh Thompson in that race as the guest driver. I mean, you know, no one's going to win when it's Josh Thompson, but you know what I mean. So it's nice to see Campbell finally making amends and just catching up. And if he just continues here, maybe, just maybe on a pit stop, he might get it. But that's half a second he's got to find in a pit stop in a McLaren. That's not an easy feat. So we'll keep eyes on that battle and P2 of the overall race and the pros. Oh, we'll try to, I think, just having lots of testing. Yes, lots of testing. So while we're watching this, there is not a lot going on while we see this. So Will Egby did get past Neil Butler, by the way. That gap is now half a second. Callum Beeman and Andy...
Yeah, I was about to say Andy Miller and Callum Beeman battling it out. Oh, that is Andy Miller on the inside. Doesn't go for it, though.
No.
It's a lot of sort of sizing, really. You know, sort of like, what are you doing there, buddy? What are you doing there,
also
buddy?
respect, because they're teammates. So they want to battle hard, but they don't want to like ruin either driver's race. Especially with Midland Sim Racing looking for. I'm trying to think have they ever locked out the podium? I know they've taken first and second, but I don't think they've ever locked the podium in any class. I'm trying to think. I'm drawing blanks. I know that Callum and Andy dominated the Amateurs Series last season, with Callum winning and Andy P2, and now you've got Andy Hitchkins in here. You've got MSR 1, 2, and 3, and to be fair, they've blown away the rest of the field today. Like, look how good the incidents, yes, but they're doing fantastic. And to be fair, Neil Butler, the MSR Pro driver, sitting P6, battling for P5 in the Pro, that's still good himself. So it's looking good right now for MSR. As I knock on wood once again, I don't want to curse. Don't want to curse a team right here. In the lead, though, Rob. I cannot believe I'm just about to say this. Sean Campbell's just taken the lead by going around the outside of the first chicane.
Well, you
lost it, though.
Well, you
Matt
say that,
Karuna.
but I mean, you said that, but you just cursed the man.
Why?
Because he had the lead for about a half a second, and then, well, rip. He had it, and then he went onto the curb and just lost his and just scripted off his speed a bit too much, and then yeah. You cursed Sean. How do you feel now?
Hey. The first time I've cursed him, okay? Everybody gets one.
I mean... Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, everyone gets one. Everybody gets one. Yeah, but Sean, he actually had that move, and that would have been a fantastic move to take it on around the outside of the first chicane. I know that, like, technically... At the exit, he gets the inside, but to me, that's an outside move because he has to set himself up, and that is a great move. But he's still there. Good exit, and he's there. So it's worth keeping an eye on how he takes these next corners. Coming down to the power gap is 0.2. I know I keep saying it. You can see it on the screen as well. 0.2, back to back 0.3. Hugs the apex. Goes over the apex. He puts the throttle down. Karuna now has to think about defending. I gotta be honest, if I'm one of these drivers, I'm thinking about taking a pit stop ASAP because, yeah, I kind of need it. Anyway, bloodstream battle. Here we go. Can Campbell swing around? Is he just going to stay? He's going to try it again. That was a practice go last time, but the side-by-side under braking. Campbell has to go wide. That's a lot of time lost there for Campbell, though. Karuna wins again. So what's that? 2-1 now to Karuna? Campbell just can't get it going.
You could try. You could. What you could do is you could wait up until the second chicane, and probably would be a lot easier. You know, thinking about it. I mean, it would be simpler. It'd be a bit simpler, but I'd also credit to think that, you know, how hard would it be to hold on to the lead once you've you know, once you have, once you have made the move, and then have to go back on the straight. And by the way, Andrew Miller is now in the lead for Pro Am. Callum Beeman has yielded the position, so now it's BMW, Audi, BMW, Midland SimRacer, Midland SimRacer, Midland SimRacer. 1, 2, 3.
You're going back to that. Make the move in the second chicane. The season before, we noticed a trend how a lot of drivers having to defend in the second chicane were losing their position because of the exit they were getting out of the second chicane. So, in some respects, yeah, maybe that might be the way for Sean. I'm not saying it happens to every driver, but we did see a trend that race of a lot of drivers losing positions by trying to defend into the second chicane. We'll see what Campbell does this time, and he doesn't do anything. So maybe, just maybe, he may be trying to force the mistake. By the way, this track temp has dropped to 35 Celsius, so about 5 Celsius drop from where it was 50 minutes ago. I know, there's only 23 in the pit now. Julian Rambo is in the pit, the first of the pro drivers, and Matt Karuna takes that inside line, and Campbell is saving. Campbell is fuel saving. I heard that lift. He is trying to get a much fuel saved to do a really short stop. We are talking like what? They'll pit with 10 minutes to go, maybe? RGS, maybe?
RGS predicts that we are looking at 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Like that, is it? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. Fair enough. 5 minutes. Wow. So, let's talk about the amateurs. We haven't talked about the amateurs for a little bit because John Williams has just gone for a move on. John Williams takes P2 for the amateurs, and I believe that Hamilton did take a pit stop. He has not. We're missing somebody. What's happened to Daniel Gilding? Has he... Oh, he did take a pit stop. Sorry. Gilding took a pit stop where John Williams has got up to P2, but he's lost it again. Fidia Hansen took it back, and Eric Benson looks like he's going to be taking Williams' P3 away. The team slow-mo driver is going to go side-by-side with the Eclipse driver. I think Williams may have the advantage on the inside. We'll wait and see. Williams is going to have to hold that curb outside into inside, maybe, Eric? I think he may do. Slipstream is there for John Williams. Benson is going to hold on to the back of this McLaren. Can Benson in this top-end speed Ferrari make a move here? Williams is going to have to be defending here. He tries to break the toe. Not going to happen. Benson cannot even make it under braking because of the traffic in front. Look at that. In front of Peter Hansen is Nick Crittenden. And he's unable to get past Nick Crittenden. So it's just holding things up at the moment in the front of the amateurs.
Well, he's got 20 minutes to be able to sort something out, and in Monza, it is a big track. There is plenty of places, but I think he just needs to. I think he needs to pick his moment, because if he makes a mistake, so just the fact that he doesn't take a position, he could lose a few positions very easily around here. So be very careful with him. And by the way, as Eric Monanazzi points out very rightly, I do really am starting to think that Matt Coruna is look how glued to the rear end Campbell is. I think he's doing this like, you know, just to be like, hey, Matt, I could pass you.
Oh, look at that!
Time.
Look at that! Look at the line there. That was, apart from the sausage, that was almost the perfect line from Campbell. And you've got to think that maybe, just maybe, when they come around the Curva Grande, he's going to try and put his car onto the inside. He sees that Coruna is going to be making the moves. That little defense there from Coruna just allows him to get another go. And to be fair, usually I talk about battles here, holding drivers up. They're only losing half a second. Only losing half a second. So I think they can afford it for a couple more laps. I don't know. Maybe. I'm running out of water at this rate. Dear, wow. It's one of these things that I have to ask myself right now. Are they looking at... Campbell is not getting any moves. And you can see with the way he's taking the first chicane, he's not looking at making a move. Maybe, as we see, Matt's feeling the pressure, maybe just force the issue on Matt. And actually, there's a mistake from Coruna. He's gone a little bit wide too early there on the apex. But had Campbell gone in too early, he expected a slipstream. It may have been the other game. It might be mind games. Don't think Campbell's going to be able to get a move here. They've got a lap car just beside them, but he's going to pull to one side. He takes that outside just to get decent switchback, to get the speed. But again, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking to myself, is it worth it? And right now, Coruna realizes what's going on. If these two aren't careful, there is 17 minutes left. And we know that pit stops are going to happen in 10 minutes. We're hitting the window. Billy Fletcher's only 2 seconds away now. This is the interesting game because before the first chicane, Billy Fletcher was only 2.5 seconds. He's just gained half a second just with those two battling. So if these two aren't careful, there is going to be a 3-car battle right here. And fantastic work his way because I think he started at the back of the field. Sans Neil Butler starting in the pits. Yes, he did. He did. Billy Fletcher did start at the back of the pro field. So don't want to give Fletcher that grace. Is all I can say. Not missing anything else out elsewhere. The MSR drivers all in within a second of each other for the Pro-Ams. We still have Mark Bailey leading the way for the amateurs with Henning Haig as the amateurs trying to keep our eyes glued wherever we can.
It's unfortunate because I really want to talk about some of the dams, but it's just like the field has really started to spread out a bit too much. I mean, we do have Dean Timms in the mix with Julian Rambo and Vigard Helen with Mike Gutschuk. But at the same time, oh sorry, Rambo is a pro. Sorry, I even take that back. The only real battle right now is between Mike Gutschuk and Vigard Helen, and everybody else is a bit too spread out in amateur.
Rob, why you say that? It's finally happened, and Campbell's got the lead, and he's done it exactly what you were thinking. Set up to the second chicane. He takes the lead away from Karuna, who's had that lead for a good 40 minutes. And finally, Campbell gets to lead at Monza. That's something we've not said before, because he's never had to, but he doesn't have that top-end speed compared to this Lamborghini. He's going to have a bit of a battle for the last 15 minutes. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Especially with Billy Fletcher, he's not gained time this lap. He is still matching. They are matching times, all three of them. So Fletcher, Karuna with a little bit of a run. I think, yeah, I heard a little bit of a lift. I didn't hear a clutch. I heard a lift. Sooner or later, one of these guys are going to have to pit. Who's going to bite first? Will it be Campbell? Will it be Karuna? And will Fletcher pull out a surprise in the ranks? And it's interesting when you look, because Campbell almost did the same thing to Karuna, and Karuna was like, hey, I could do, you know what? No, I won't. No, I won't. So they are playing the fuel-saving game right now. Not that you really need to save fuel, it's just more flash and dash. So we'll keep an eye on them. I don't think anything's going to happen. Meanwhile, in the Pro-Am, sorry, the MSR guys did take pit stops, apart from Callum Beamont, who's gone round again. So well, his teammates have undercut him by 2 laps, and Callum Beamont just continues out there on his own. Remember, if you are new, a reminder of the timing tower. The green is the Pro, the blue is the Pro-Am, and the yellow is the Am. And you can see, very spread out after what has happened here. We're still left with 6 pros battling up the front. We've got 4 Pro-Ams. Well, it's going to be a little bit different at the moment as everyone's taking their pit stop, but we have a good number of Pro-Am battling at the front of the field, of their field, sorry. And of course, the amateurs, they are having a very interesting battle, which, you know, we'd love to tell you are so spread out at the moment. And then you've got eyes on this battle at the front of the pro field, which is always crucial. And again, none of them pit. I think the RGS system, otherwise known as Rob, is going to be right with this pit window. But Karuna takes the lead back, and it might just be a case of just take it. just so we're not holding each other up here. This is not a hold game at the moment. Both of those were 3/10 faster than Fletcher and the rest of the pro field last lap. So it might be wise that these guys, they want, and Campbell. Woo, Campbell was thinking about it. I would not expect Campbell to think about that. That was a late move, but he decides against it. So, we'll reset. Let's do it again. Maybe these guys are going to work together. I mean, to be fair, the Lux Sim and the Neon Racing, they are kind of the same colors, you know. You know, a vibrant green, yellow, a little bit of black. Oh, maybe, just maybe. And maybe, just maybe, Campbell goes for it into Ascari. No, did not have the overlap that he felt was sufficient. So, he will wait. I don't think he'll do it at the Parabolica. What is the predicted overtake chance like? Well, maybe I should ask the RGS system, what is the overtaking chance here?
100.
What is the difficulty?
70.
I've broken him now, yeah.
No, not just 70%, just 70.
Ooh!
As
Sorry.
Matt Corona comes into pits, Sean Campbell stays out.
James Armstrong joins them as well. That's interesting. Is that an undercut, I wonder? Is Corona trying to get the lap before Campbell? So they were practically neck and neck. Campbell's got to pit next lap, surely. I think. I'm just trying to work it out myself. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. So, we'll keep eyes on that. No, Callum Beeman has not come into the pits. I expect him... So, yes, he has come into the pit. Sorry, my system has not updated, so... He has come into the pits. I do apologise about that. So he'll cross the line right here. That is definitely a pit stop, but by the look of it, with Furs, Weinrich, and Danley. I've seen Weinrich and Furs merging together to come out the pit lane. That's not a good sign. Weinrich does get ahead of Christian Furs, but yes, Andy Hitchkins is a little bit behind, but Andy Miller, once again, is on the back of Callum Beeman. So the Pro-Am battle is still alive. What about Sean Campbell? Does he pit this time? That is the question that everyone is asking. Will it be a splash and dash? Of course it will. Goes wide through the final corner. He is pitting. You can tell right away he is pitting. Does Fletcher follow him in? He does. Battle time here. This is crucial. Where is Corona? Matt Corona is coming through the exit of Ascari. Remember, it's a splash and dash. Campbell still driving in the pit lane. When he gets to his box, he's still waiting. He pulls in his box right now. Corona must be coming down. He is at the Parabolica. Campbell's at the front of the pit lane, though. That is crucial for him. He's in for quite a while. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Fletcher gets ahead of Campbell. Fletcher gets ahead. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They come out the pit lane. Caruna's going to take the lead. It's going to be a 3-car battle now in the pros. But Corona, Fletcher, Campbell. It's 8 minutes remaining. The pro battle just heated up.
And unfortunately, Sean Campbell spent an extra 1.5 seconds in the pit stall. No correction. An extra 2 seconds ahead of, like, he spent 10.9 seconds in the pit box compared to Billy Fletcher's 8.5 and 1.4 seconds extra compared to Matt Corona.
This works for Luxem though, because they're currently 1 and 2. Campbell's going to get past both of them. His Monza woes continue. He dominated last season, and he comes to a track like this, and he just cannot get it. Yet he will dominate at a long track with high, you know, with big speeds, you know, which no one understands. But we ignore that. Moment. He's done a whole 360 degrees on the exit of Lesmo 2. Oh, that was a very stylish 360, I've got to be honest, but he does lose P5 to Will Egby. Right then. Are you ready for this finale?
I am ready for some duel.
So, not much is happening in the amateurs, but we'll keep an eye on any crucial battles going on in the amateurs. Mark Bailey still leads away from Daniel Gilding, Henning Haig, who is in a battle with Daniel Gilding. What a fight for Henning Haig as he's made his way up to P2. So we got a 3-car battle for P2 onwards in the amateurs. We've got a 2-car battle for the lead of the Pro-Ams, and this crucial 3-car battle in the pros for the lead. Just hold on tight because we got 5 minutes to try and dissect all this. So
the gap now, I'm guessing, RTS is now guessing there is now a 1,337% chance of overtake because there has one just been happening. That is what like being James Armstrong battling for top 5. There was it over James Armstrong, but James Armstrong successfully defended his position. And now is going to have to defend it against it again. Not this time.
Former teammates there battling hard. One in a McLaren, one in an Audi. The car that he was so capable in was James Armstrong. He's doing well. He's making R&R look good out there in that sleek, love it. Doing what he can. I'm going to keep my eyes on Campbell. I don't think he'll be able to make a move on Fletcher. Thankfully, Fletcher's got his teammate to give him slipstream. So it's going to be hard for Campbell to make his way up. But would not be surprising if last lap. There's 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go. No, 3 laps to go, sorry. Yes, 3 laps to go. It's going to be a close one, but definitely going to be 3 laps to go. Meanwhile, Callum Beeman pulls away in the Pro-Ams. He pulls away from Andrew Miller. This is absolutely chaotic. Where's Daniel Gilding? He's there. Henning Haig. Henning Haig is in a battle. What has something happened to Henning Haig? I'm not entirely sure. Look at the very slow lap. He's in a 3-car battle with his teammate Hakan Ida-Limmo. And I think that's just those two. It is. Yes.
Sorry, that's the car 38. The car 38. Billy Fletcher. He's made a mistake. Oh no!
Sliding through Lesmo. And that puts him at the back. And that puts Campbell. Hang on, Campbell's in the lead.
Yeah, Campbell's in the lead.
Capitalized on the issue. And Campbell takes the lead. Well, Rob, you said there was a 1,000 and something % chance. Yeah, I think Matt had a slowdown. All this has changed every drama as we go and look at everything else. Everything happens. So, look at the lap times. Just to see. Campbell comes across with a 49.441. And that is definitely a slowdown. Karuna 157.98. 2 laps to go. The penultimate lap starts. And these two are locked together. Remember, if there's anything going on in the front of those fields, we'll let you know. But nothing's really going on in the amateurs at the moment. I apologise, apart from a battle for P3. But nothing happening there at the moment. This is what we need to be glued on with the penultimate lap now. It's Karuna versus Campbell. They do have a lapped car in front. And, oh, God, just trying to run its own line there. It's Jensi Ree. Karuna almost had to make it 3 wide to get by, but has to decide. He decides, I need to just stay behind. Coming up to the back straight in a minute, so maybe he looks for a move into Ascari.
Move will probably be made on the pit straight, and he'll try and hold it for as long as he can. It's probably the best time he can actually do it. But if anything is to be seen or to be believed, is that it's never really over until the white flag waves, and then by extension the checkered flag waves. So it is going to be. It is a move on the inside by Matt Caruna. I think he has done it a bit too early.
He slid.
Oh, he slid quite badly. Trying to keep it tucked in on the inside. He's lost a hell of a lot of speed.
And look at Campbell. He's trying to break this toe. He realizes this is the only place, even with Caruna.
James
still
Armstrong.
catching.
Sorry, just to say, James Armstrong. It's all gone wrong for him.
We're going wrong for James Armstrong. We just watched this replay back.
Oh, Egby.
That's a shame. Not exactly what you expect. It's just the final. It's the end. The end of the race. Everything is just getting there. The old teammate rivalry, as Eric is saying, former teammates. Now, gap at the front. You can see it on the timing tower. It is 0.4 of a second. Slowly creeping in. The clock ticks to 0, so it definitely is the last lap. Caruna's really only got a couple places. Remember, finish line is at the start of the straight. A little bit of a tweak there from Campbell, a little bit of a twitch. He's able to hold on to it. Is he low on fuel?
Who? Campbell?
I don't know. No, Campbell was just saying something. I didn't catch it. He was saying something on the radio to Caruna. I think he's getting ready for Caruna to make a move. This is where it has to be done. Out of Ascari, it has to be done here. Can he do it? There's a lap car in front of Heppelstone. Heppelstone is running a little bit slow. Should not cause any issues. I don't think Caruna's got it. He's too far away. He's going to have to hope for a mistake by Campbell in the final corner. He's going to try. He's going to try. Not going to happen. All of a sudden, it looked like it was going to be a challenge for Campbell. Luck Sim fell apart at the end. Sean Campbell will take another victory in the RSR World Series. Victory in the Pro for Campbell. Caruna comes second. Fletcher comes third for a Luck Sim 2 and 3. And now we wait, because on the back straight is the Pro-Ams of Andrew Miller and Callum Beeman. That's right, Andy Miller overtook his teammate. And Andy Miller gets revenge from the scene of the crime at the end of the RSR, at the end of our RSR last time. In front of them is a drag race, though. The drag race as Will Egby just beats James Armstrong. But Andy Miller will take P1 for Pro-Am. Callum Beeman, P2. And Andy Hitchkins rounds out an MSR 1, 2, 3.
I like happy endings. That was a good 1, 2, 3 from the Pro-Ams from Sean Campbell and Matt Caruna. Unfortunately, Matt just didn't get it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. In the amateurs, I just realized Hakan Idalinmo takes P3, a last lap overtake on his teammate Henning Haig. Mark Bailey takes the victory. A very good victory from Mark Bailey. Daniel Gilding gets a nice P2 with a fast lap at the end there, a 149.416. But Hakan Idalinmo taking P3 on the last lap. That's a good result for Linmo. After last season, that's a great result for him.
Just to say,
you're just seeing that reply, yeah.
Let's have a look and see at the overtaking maneuver that Hakan Limo did on Henning Haig. As you can see on the inside, off he goes, and I think Henning Haig was just like, yeah, this one. And well, let's go over the results. I do think it is time. We went over them results, so we'll have them scrolling across your screens now. There we go. Sean curved win. Matt Caruna in second. Billy Fletcher in third. Neil Butler fourth. Will Egby fifth. He beat out James Armstrong, who finished sixth in Pro. For Pro-Am, Andy Miller P1, Callum Bowman P2, Andy Hitchkins P3, and MSR 1, 2, 3. They'll be very happy with that. Julian Rambo in 7th. Boris Weinrich 11th overall. Christian First 12th overall. Taylor Lane, after starting well, he lost a few positions. He fell backwards, but is in 6th position in Pro. Chatterton in 14th overall. Danger's 15th overall. And then Mark Bailey, the winner for the guys in amateur class. Again, I'm so sorry that we couldn't, that we couldn't show more of you guys, but I mean, that pro battle was pretty fun, so. Daniel Gilding in 2nd place. Michele Gregorio finishing way down the pecking order, down in 18th overall. 19th is Hakanine Limo, taking the final podium position in amateur. Henning Haig in 20th overall. Ryan Hamilton, good top 5 for him. John Williams. Let's just get this checked out. There we go.
Just want to say quickly, I just saw what happened to Svenny Mattis. He posted a photo of his brakes. His brake pedal may have failed.
Let's have a look.
Massively.
Where is it?
In Discord, his brake pedal may have failed. I don't even want to know what's happened to that pedal. We saw Svenning. He had where's his issue? It was that I do remember seeing it, and I can't remember what happened to him earlier on in the race.
Oh yeah, that's one failed. Oh my god, that's.
Yeah.
Oh, that you're not coming back from that. Oh yeah, you're going to the cleanest for sure from that.
But to be fair, he was taken out by netcode, wasn't he? So yeah, no idea what happened then. Then I'm guessing he then had his brake failure or something. That's a shame for Svenning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but unfortunately, sim racing doesn't mean you're not immune to failures. You could still have them.
We've seen it before. We've seen it before, firsthand.
Oh yeah, we have. Long live the Macca. Yeah, I think the Mac is proving to be very popular with one person in particular, and that is Sean Campbell. I think he's very happy with how it's gone with him today. So, them's the results. And Craig, I'm sad now. We have to stop.
Don't be. No, we don't have to. We don't have to.
Well, it's the end of the race. What else are we going to broadcast? Just us and...
I'll tell you what the problem with sim racing is. It's not real. We could do that.
I'll tell you the problem with sim racing is that we still haven't acknowledged the 1, 2, 3 for... Well, we have. But a 1, 2, 3 for MSR. Very well done, lads. I think that's the first 1, 2, 3 of the R-Star League.
No, BRT did it.
Second.
I'm trying to think. No. Project Dynamics done it as well, I think.
Well, it's the only team that I've memed on beyond belief, so.
Yeah, it's your favorite team. All right, it's your favorite team. Fair enough. By the way, fastest lap of the race did go to Matt Caruna, a 1:48.550. We're talking Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen here because Campbell was only 0.02 of a second slower. So, 5 points. That's the difference between 5 bonus points. It's 2/100ths of a second. Cannot see what it's like in the Pro-Ams. I think Andy Miller may get it with the 5-gear wonder that is the BMW. He does. And I want to say Mark Bailey. No, Daniel Gilding. I think in preliminary looks. I am wrong. Ryan Hamilton takes the fastest lap in the amateurs. Wow, what a surprise. Hamilton, fastest lap, huh? What a surprise. Anyway, no, Rob, you're right. It's time to go. I'm sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
I'm very sorry. I'm sad now.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. If you like what you see, click the like button, click the subscribe button, consider becoming a member on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We will be back on Friday for more of the Sim 3D European Stock Car Challenge, which is a bit of a hit. It's a bit of a hit. You know, I like it, even though it's just like cars.
And then Saturday night is the big one. The big one. We've got to hype it up because after a fantastic first race, this Saturday, the Major Series Predator Series returns.
That is going to... Where's it at again?
I believe it's at Charlotte Roval. And that promises to be absolutely chaotic, with Mazdas, TCRs, and Radicals around the Roval. So please check it out. I won't be there, but please check it out.
Oh yeah, it'll me being the for the first time in a very long time, be me doing it solo.
Oh, I can find somebody for you.
Ah, you're too kind. But thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And well, there's nothing else other than say, you know, I have been Robert O'Brien.
My name. You got it before me. I'm Craig King.
And this has been Raidillon TV, streaming the RacingSimRigs World Series. You all have a lovely evening and take care.